Hello, it's Simone, your favorite neighborhood nerd. And my desk is a mess. What else is new? I have some things that I actually just unboxed without you, but I wanted to play with them for a little bit and just share them. No purchase required on your end. I was in a spendy mood because I re-injured my knee, and so I felt very sorry for myself. That's what happened. I saw this on JetPens and it was only $11 or so. So I decided, in order to reach this shipping threshold, because that's what you have to do, right? I would add the ink that I was actually going to purchase from Vanessa. I still have quite a bit of inks on my list, so I don't think Vanessa is going to be very upset if I don't wait for their restock. I also bought something on Endless Pens, which I have a very rough relationship with Endless. But the only way to get these hat products from the artists that they collaborate with is by buying directly through Endless Pens. So that's what I did. I saw this on Inky Fingers SPS, PGS, something like that. I will link their Instagram account in the description box down below. But it doesn't really matter because the actual artist is their partner, Cosmic Pancake. And when I saw this on Instagram, I had to go and check it out and see for myself what it looked like on the Endless Pens site, because I am a sucker for 50s art. This retro style art. Ugh, I love this. That's why I loved October Afternoon. If you're coming from the scrapbooking world, maybe that tells you something. There was an artist there who did art similar to this one. And I loved it. And I also got the t-shirt. That's the reason why I bought there, because I justified my purchase. I don't really have to justify my purchases, but I didn't really want to buy more pens. But I bought the t-shirt with the fountain pen automobile on the back. I don't have any pens that have fountain pen paraphernalia on them, so I was really excited to start looking out for that more. Many of my shirts, I used the wrong deodorant this past year, and many of my shirts have those white spots down here, so I really need to swap out many of my shirts. And so I thought, why not? This is necessary. And one of those stickers was included with the shirt purchase, and then I ordered 4 more. These I ordered 4 so that I could give some to friends, and I think I want to put this on my creative journal or maybe my ink journal. I bought Nagasawa Kobe number 57. I think this is what my favorite ink of the year was. Where's my pen log, my ink journal, or whatever you call this?
Oh, man. No.
I was wrong. It was number 3. Tachiya Umemurasaki was my favorite of this year. But, I mean, you know, who really cares about numbers? I do have a swatch card of this already, but I also swatch. My desk is a real mess. I can't even find anything here. I put these cards, these Tsubame ink collection cards is what they're called. And I use those to swatch my ink bottles on, so that I can keep track of what I actually have in bottle form. And I did also get a new ink bottle from my friend Julia here. She's not Julia. Her name is Julia here. Which is very similar to Ancient Copper, but I only have like this much left. So this is the replacement for this one. And I thought we can do that together because why not? Sometimes I feel like I need to write down what I'm talking about in my snippets from my desk videos. I think I should rinse this before I use it in green water. I guess I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I feel like I need to write down an agenda and then remember what I said in the previous video, because I feel like I talked about this before. But I have come to the interesting conclusion about my influencer life. Let's see if I can put it into words, what I've been thinking. I have put it into words before, but the reason why I'm not filming, no, that's not even true. No, wrong. What I want to do with my videos is not entice you to buy new stuff, she says while she's unboxing new things. But I want you to be, the thing that I want to get across to you is my excitement for the things, for the being in a hobby, doing great things with inks, documenting life, or not, doing something that brings you joy, that is just for you, that you're looking forward to doing, that fills your cup. I want to share that excitement and maybe possibly give you some ideas what you could do. You wouldn't watch me if you were a knitter, I believe, and not into all of the stationery stuff. But it's not important to have the same things, to do the exact same stuff. I want you to be as excited about the things that you use, that you do, as I am about mine. I think this is 50 milliliters. And by sharing that excitement and engaging with me, that's the thing that really brings me joy. And I would love for you to get some of that out of my videos so that you are as excited as I am. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I think that's the reason why let me put this here, number 57 is why I'm always like, I'm not an influencer. Kobe hime aji sai. Because in my eye, an influencer is someone, now I was going to talk German, who makes you buy things, who wants you to buy stuff. Kobe. Ink. And yes, of course, I will inspire you to buy things, but what I would love to influence you with is joy. The joy of being in a hobby and having fun. So this is, December 28, 2024. This is JetPens. Oh, I was going to rinse my what is this called? Brass dip nib from Kakimori into my tea. I am drinking Earl Grey tea from Rishi. I saw a box of that at my Oh my gosh, look at the bottle. Can you? No, it doesn't show. It's green. If I tilt it a certain way, it looks green. So what I did, I asked my friends if they would recommend on Discord, if they could recommend a tea, and they said Rishi tea, I believe. And so I looked for loose leaf, and they're like £1 here. This is the tag. And their big bag of loose leaf Earl Grey tea is like $50. I was like, okay, that's a little expensive. Not that I would hesitate to spend $50 on a fountain pen, but on tea, I haven't gotten there with tea just yet. But I saw a box of tea packets, sachets, and at the store the other day, and so I decided to take that and try it and see if, first of all, I can actually discern a difference in taste between the cheapo Trader Joe's Earl Grey tea and this one. Like, am I such a connoisseur that it makes sense to spend the money or not? And currently I'm at not. So this will go somewhere here. I guess this is part of, I think this is almost dry. It is dry, I guess. There's definitely some ink bottles in my collection right now that I don't think will stay in the long run. And a friend of mine, again, from the Discord, she has an Instagram as well, and you should give her a follow because she posts amazing content. Not like me, like really love. It looks it looks good. It's not like my stuff. It looks like, you know, someone just sat down to film a video with a whole desk that is in ruins. No, it's aesthetically pleasing. Fine.nib.witch. She said one of her realizations for 2024 is that you cannot discern, oh, I love the word discern, did you notice? Between or distinguish between colors that are very, very similar. So in the writing, like for instance, Earl Grey and Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty, maybe the swatch is a little different, but out of a fountain pen, you would not necessarily recognize which ink is which. And that she is not going to go further down the inky rabbit hole and will just use what she has. And that's definitely something that I have noticed this past year as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I really need 4? Basically the same inks. I definitely want to use and test them a little more. But if one of them is like the perfect all-rounder and one is finicky, then probably the finicky ink goes, or finicky in my eyes. It's always in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, then one of them just goes. Maybe similar to this section, or here I have the same inks. So I don't necessarily need to to trim down my collection of inks. But I also don't want to have an ink in my collection that I just don't reach for. Then it would be better off in a place where it's loved and used. Just like my fountain pens. So, where does this go? I'll just update you on all the things. I'm going to share the stuff, and then I'm going to update you on all the things that I did. Let's unbox this first, and then I'll talk about that and the other stuff. So I want to see what this looks like. I was just, Is it 2024? No, it's 2025. I am almost, well, that's a little exaggeration actually. Let me get this out here. First of all, this is the Kokuyo Soft Ring monthly schedule and notebook. Yeah, I can read. And they had different styles available, but I really liked this. This kind of looks like the mountains, and this is Lake Tahoe. So this is where I live. What is a soft ring diary? Unfortunately, this looks like it's in Japanese. Well, you can put your hand on here and it doesn't obstruct your writing, possibly. But I saw this on their Instagram and I thought, wow, this is so cool. I need to try this. So I ordered it. First of all, I'm really amazed by Kokuyo paper in general at the moment. I really like the price versus the quality aspect. It's very affordable. It's very obtainable as well. And many of their products are super clever. So there's an index right here. You have yearly calendars for 2025 and 2026. Is there 2024 here somewhere? No. And then you have the year planner. It starts with December. Then you have columns here. It goes to January 2026. And then you have monthly overviews from December to January. No, from December all the way through to, I believe, same thing, January 2026, possibly, yes. February, March, that is cool. And then you have pages, grid pages, I believe it's 4 millimeters. Well, it sat on the packaging, but I can't. Where is it? Did you see the packaging? It has 121 grid pages. Doesn't say anything about the grid size, but this looks like it's basically almost 4 millimeters. Let me see if I can find a ruler. Yep, the most unwieldy one I can find. Well, if I had eyes, it looks more like it's between the 3 and the 4. So it's probably 0.38 millimeters or 35 millimeter grid, which is totally okay for me. I have this vision. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but my idea is to tackle 3 little 10-minute projects every month, every week. That's a lot. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I have one thought is I could use this to plan my Ko-fi projects because I'm really itching to do more. So I could track the ideas that I have for certain months. I could track how well I go with sending out stuff. And I could put all of the ideas that I have and extra notes here. It could also work as a YouTube planner. I used to do this in a ring binder. And I think it's this one. Oh yeah, there's the ideas on this video series that I never started. So I have the monthlies right here, and this is where I would put sticky notes for the videos that I want to film and have planned, want to do. I did a lot of that in November and December. Didn't do 12 days of inks. Here is ideas, thoughts, and stuff here. And for some reason, I never reach for this. But I used to use, still using, this Stalogy B6 notebook. And I had a planner in here for quite a long time, actually. 2022 lineup. So I started this in 2022, and I have been using this almost religiously since then for all of my YouTube notes for videos and stuff. And so I thought that because I really like the size, now this is 5mm grid. This is not. I do struggle with smaller grid and like loose writing, which is often what I do in this notebook. So in theory, maybe I should get a B6 Stalogy instead. I don't know. I just wanted to look at it and touch the paper because paper touching is sexy. And I still have like 2 days or 3 days left to figure out what I'm going to do with it, because I am definitely going to run out sooner or later with out of room to write in. So the first thought was I could use this calendar for my videos, then finish this book for my YouTube notes, and when I'm done with this, I could move into here and see how it goes. Or maybe I'll use it for Ko-fi. I don't know. I don't want to overcomplicate things because I'm known for overcomplicating things and then not being able to do stuff because it's stopping me from doing it. So probably shouldn't have bought this, but this wasn't the expensive part of the order. The expensive part of the order was the ink bottle. And I just wanted to look at it because you can't have enough. Nah, you can have too many notebooks. This is, I believe, the Kokuyo Sarasa paper. Let's just do some writing on here. Did I clean this? I believe I did. This is Pelikan Edelstein Olivine, I don't know. And I have been trying to empty the samples since yesterday. This looks so good. I really like this. So it's important for my YouTube notebook that I can use fountain pens in it because I'm just sitting down on the couch sometimes with my puppy and I need to take notes when I'm editing videos sometimes. Where's the glass? Over here. And like when I'm figuring out what I want to say, for the snippets videos, I often do, like an outline, topics that I want to talk about. For some of the videos, especially the review videos and stuff, I do actually write stuff down, even though it doesn't seem like it. I do write things down. Yeah, and it dries nicely, and the ink looks good on this paper. So yeah, I really want to use this, and I probably will use it for YouTube. What does their thing say? How to use it? How to use note pages? You can number them, which is really cool. I wish they were numbered, pre-numbered. this doesn't make, well, this could be projects, for instance, that you need to finish. You could track stuff here. Well, unfortunately, and then you could use these dots here for specific appointments during the day. They give you 3, so you could put that here. Like, you know, on the 10th, you have 10:30, 1500, and 1900. Maybe somebody's birthday is there, and then you have appointments in the evening. So I really like the minimalist outfit of this, but it has everything that you need, actually. So possibly pretty sure, 99.9% sure that this is going to be my new YouTube planner tracker. As with everything in 2025, 2024, I'm trying to stop pushing myself into schedules and routines that don't work for me. I want to make the videos that I enjoy. That's what I just talked to you about. And so I don't really want to have a rigorous schedule, but if I have ideas, like for instance for these ones, the pen loops that I want to remove, pens I'm considering selling, set up ink journal, I could like, okay, when should I film? When do I have time to film this? So then when could I, publish the video? Maybe a video takes more time to edit. Like, I'm dreading filming my pens I sold in 2024 video, even though I really love it and I would love to share it. When I shared it last year, people really enjoyed watching it, but I'm dreading filming it because I don't have the pens left. I am not going to go back and cut the videos. Even Karina's idea, if you haven't watched that video, you totally should. She did such an amazing job of filming herself and then screen capturing the videos. I think she made a playlist of all the pens that she sold. It was super cool, super fun to watch, and so smart, such a smart idea. But that's too much work for me. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to film it face to camera, face to face, and then I will look for photos of the pens that I sold. But then I have to put the photos into the right timestamp, place in the video, and that takes quite a long time to edit. Even if the video is crap quality, it still takes a long time. So that's probably something that if I film that tomorrow, I can't share it on tomorrow. It's not like the turnaround time. It's not just talking crap, putting it onto my computer, adding a title photo and putting the description and done. Like this here. So I need to have videos before that are easier to film and share so that I have time to edit that video. Stuff like that. Even if I don't have, on the first Monday of on the first Sunday of the month, I will share that video. And that's gonna happen every month. That's not how I want to, and that's not how I have been approaching my channel recently. But I do still want some small planning things, so I think this would be good. And capturing ideas for videos, flushing out some of the ideas that need a little bit more thought than just this. So I guess that's what it's going to be. And I do want to check, actually, what if I took this and tried to put it in here. Well, this looks really tiny now, but because it has flexible soft rings, it shouldn't really you know, should... I like this. I really like this. Okay. This, I'm influencing you to purchase, or at least put it on your list for 2026 to check out the planners that Kokuyo has, because this one is awesome. And I think they have different sizes as well. I could just take out all of those things and put them here. Need to make a dashboard with all the sticky notes. Now this is too much. Well, actually, not really. I'm just gonna put this in the front here, even though I like the cover a lot. Oh, I know what the problem was with the front cover here. So this is a cover from, I don't even remember what her name is. Kelsey Creates. I won it. And it was one of the first covers that she ever made, I think. Like, maybe in the first 10. I don't even know if she still makes covers. I think then she became Horan Leather Works, and then she went back to Kelsey Creates. I don't know. Well, this is tight, but it will work for a little bit. Then I can use the monthlies while I'm still using the paper in the back of this. And then I can move into here. I might also just abandon this. I do want to, though, finish this out strong. Okay, what if I just push this further in? I think the reason why this is obstructing now, I'm just gonna leave this for now and look back and see if the rings deform like permanently or just temporarily. Ooh, the English words she's choosing. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to open this. It finally came. Did I show you? No, I didn't. They came while I was away. Ha, so fun. Okay, this. Then we'll talk about the ink stuff. Oh no, there was a thing with it. This is the Admok M800, and it came with a wrench that I actually wanted to try and see if it also works for the Pelikan M800. And I am saying Pelikan because I'm German and I know how to pronounce that word. It actually isn't called Pelikan. Well, that is what you would say if you were saying the English name, but Pelikan with a K is the German word for pelican, and it's pronounced Pelikan. So this is the complete and total copy of the Pelikan M800. It's very obvious. It even has the same, like the length of the cap bands are probably almost the same. There is some kind, oh, it's a bird. It looks like a phoenix, possibly. I looked at this earlier when I opened it the first time and I was like, what could this be? I don't know. So it's a bird. Oh, wow. That's very in your face. The clip, this feels better, but I mean, you know, this was like $32. This is, I don't even know how much they cost regular price, $800-ish. I did not buy this full price. I bought this one full price. It has some really fun turquoise teal chatoyans. I wanted just a regular plain old pen. It is a piston filler. It looks okay to me, and I wanted a medium Schmidt nib. Of course, the nib is the... This looks like someone just measured everything on this pen and just took it over and copied it blatantly. And then the ring here, the only thing that's different is this here. I do not know. Well, okay, it goes to here. So it's the same height. Everything is the same. This is a piston filler. It's easy to use. I mean, I haven't inked it ever yet. You can, there was a tool included so that you could unscrew the piston. This looks like, because I can see through here, that it was glued in. I'm so sorry for you to see this bloody thing over here. Okay. It's winter and all of my crappy things break out. I felt like the piston mechanism went really smoothly. I don't know, long term, it looks like there's glue residue right here, but I'm actually not concerned about this for a $35 pen. And you should be able to unscrew the nib. There is some silicone grease right here. There is a O-ring. So, well, we'll just dip it for now. I won't ink it just yet. Okay, I think it's all the way back in. And then we will dip this and see how it writes. I mean, I could just, you know what? I'm just gonna ink it with a little bit of ink. So I'm just gonna screw it halfway and then try and see what it does. You can, because it's a little bit translucent, you can see that there's ink in the pen right here. And then let's see what the nib looks like. I mean, I just mangled it because I unscrewed it. Okay. December 28th, 2024. It's very wet, but also I just inked the pen. Let me just get some off. There's hair. The reason why I ordered this is because I wanted to get another pen with a Schmidt nib, because I really enjoy those for steel nibs. The reason why this looks weird is because I stamped on the other side, and every time I stamp on the other side, the writing is weird. It changes the paper texture for some reason, and not just on this side, but also on the other side. This is Cosmo Air Light paper. Just want to mention this so that you don't think that this is something that has to do with the pen. There's a lot of ink coming onto this paper here. And I don't know what the color is. Let's call it teal. This is a smooth, very wet, like extremely wet pen. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Let's see if it, I mean, it's a steel nib. It doesn't really flex. It's not meant to flex. If you put pressure on it, you can spread the tines a bit. It's not really necessary. I don't know. What I don't know is what happens to this pen. So I'm gonna, like, how much ink is in here? How will this write tomorrow? You know, I'm curious about, oh, there. How will this write tomorrow? How well does it seal? This is also a medium nib. This is the actual 18 karat gold nib. This is the it's definitely not as wet as this pen, which says something because Pelikan pens, or at least the ones that I have, are quite wet. There's the reactive paper again, blue stripe. This one specifically is very dry in the upstrokes. That's not happening with the Admok. I mean, I still love this so much more than this. This is definitely heavier. The piston mechanism seems to be metal. This one is probably plastic, which, you know, you have to remember that this is supposed to be a high-end pen. Higher, medium, I don't know. There is no end to the pen prices. So is an $800 pen medium, high end? I don't know. For me, this is definitely higher end. It's almost at the point where I would cap my spending for pens for now. Saying for now because you never know what happens. And this one is not even like a tenth of the price. That's even, you get two for the price. 10% of the price of this gives you two of these. So of course, and unexpectedly, basically, this feels cheaper. But is it a good pen for the price? It seems like it, yes. If you want a piston filler pen with a good nib, this definitely is a pen to look at. Unfortunately, I have not seen it anywhere else but AliExpress. This is the reason why I purchased on AliExpress. Again, I'm usually not someone who shops regularly on AliExpress. But I really, really wanted to try and look at this pen and see what it looks like, how it feels in the hand, to either have it in my collection for a while or maybe pass it along to someone else as a gift. That's why I ordered this specific pen. So, is there anything else to talk about this? This is lighter than this, not surprisingly, but I'm impressed. I am going to talk to you about inks. So I went away over Christmas and had quite a lot of time to think about the things that I want to do, that I want to change, that I still need to finish, the projects that I want to tackle in 2025. And one of them was to take my swatch book. I was extremely inspired by Danielle from My Dandelion Diaries, who has her swatches, has a swatch book in B5 size Kokuyo ring binders with the soft thing. Wow. It took quite a lot of people to keep me from just going out, buying all the paper, and redoing all the swatches. The reason why I'm not doing that is because first of all, I already started something very similar in this Hobonichi Cousin Techo from 2021. And I drew out a grid. You know that I really like rules and regulations, so I didn't like she does them very organically. They still look very neat, but they are bigger and less gridded. But I had already drawn out the grid for most of this. I had already, cataloged quite a bit of the inks and ink samples that I have. And many of the inks that I cataloged, I no longer own, because as much as I love trying ink, I'm super intrigued again to do ink swaps, but then I don't really want the samples. I would just love, the connection, sending some inks to someone, picking them, letting them pick from my collection, and then getting some from them, swatching them maybe. But that's about all I want to do with the samples. Adding them to this log. And so what I decided to do, however, is to take this apart and punch holes so that I could have this on rings, because I feel like it's much easier to use. I can take the pages out. I don't have to wait for 10 minutes for this swatch to dry so that I can put in a blue-violet swatch. I had broken this down quite a bit on the colors. I probably wouldn't do that anymore. But I still love it, So I'll just keep chucking along. At first I thought you can't really see as much as you can see in these tiny swatches as you can see in the big swatches that Danielle shared, but I made them this small for a reason, so that I could see as many inks as I could on one page. And that's also the reason why I am not making them on this side and then on this side. I am making them when this page is full. I have space for another grid right here, so I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 plus 3, 28 on each page. So that makes 56. I need to actually use 56 inks, blue inks, or swatch 56 inks to go on to the next 56 page spread. That's what I wanted to do with this, and so I am going to continue with this. But I was very, very tempted to abandon all of this and go and do the same as copy Danielle, basically. I have this ring binder for my bottled inks. I have each color swatched on one piece of Tomoe River paper that I purchased from Paper Penguin Co. quite a while ago. And as I fill the inks with the pens with these inks in bottles, I am making pages, so that the goal is to have all the ink bottles here, and then everything plus ink bottles, every sample that I currently have in my collection, swatched here, and those that I swatch and then pass along as well. So all this to say, I already did this, and I'm right here. I'm thinking that, especially, I just showed you this binder earlier, which is not as cute. This is leather, or at least it looks like leather. And I'm not really using this right now. If I really run out of space for this, I also have a file fax that is huge that I could move into with these, with this log. So I'm not concerned about growing out of this binder because I have alternatives. I could split it into two, or I could just use a bigger binder that I have in my stash. I don't want to buy new stuff for this. So my ambition is to get down with my ink samples. I really want to just have the samples in my collection that I really want to use in fountain pens. And some of them I just like. And so I thought, you know what? I could swatch these into that swatch book that I just showed you right here, because I just to have like a library and comparison, a possibility to compare. Then I looked at some of them and there's like basically barely anything left in there. I think ink evaporates through these glass bottles. So if you have them, maybe transfer them to a different ink vial, or they're too light, or something is wrong with them, or maybe I have already used them. So I decided, you know what? I'm not going to use these. So I went through my box. I took out all the shimmer inks because I also am working on a pilot parallel project that will end up in these Wankai minis. So my aspiration is to have a ton of Wankai minis with a lot of pilot parallel nibs filled with fun inks. Maybe this light ones like this, shimmer inks that I don't normally use in fountain pens. Those would go into these and be in here to just permanently be inked. And then I can use them when I want to play with fun inks. Blah, blah, blah. What is she talking about? So I thought, you know what? There's so much in this sample. I could give it away. But then I have to send it to someone. Why don't I try using it up? So I took out my Sanzin Tomoe River paper pad that I talked about previously. It came off the backing paper. And it makes me so sad. But I took the paper and I took a brush. I tried a lot of different things. I dropped ink on the paper and then used my blower. The blower is here. To move the ink, to make these ink splotches. Then I used this to make these circles here. I think this was done with a brush. This one was done with that. Then I just splotched ink on here and used water so that I could do some chromatography stuff and more brush strokes. Then I thought, oh, I could do something like this and just do like, you know, stalagmites and the other ones. Do something like that. And then I had the idea to maybe what if I did a whole border, and I decided I wouldn't care what the back looks like. I'm just going to write it on the front and then maybe put a sticker on top of it and write on the back as well, or not. And when I did this, I had the idea, or I think I did this one, and I was like, wow, I could also make some labels or journaling spots. The idea of this is to So I used mixed media paper, ink diluted with a lot of water, and then the brush, and just put a frame around. So I used a corner rounder thingy to make the corners round. Here I did the same thing, but then I did stars. And so I want to scan them in and share them with my Ko-fi members. But that's stuff that you can do too. You don't really have to be a member of my Ko-fi and do this yourself, because you use up ink, you play with ink. This was so much fun last night. I was thinking of filming along, but then I was like, nah. I'm just going to enjoy myself. And I haven't really done that in a long time. And so this was very successful. So I want to do some more of those labels with all the colors that I have here. But these look so fun and super cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. I also am very slowly, like very, very slowly. Now, where could my journal be? I don't know. Oh, right here. So I am, how far am I with my catching up? This is all done. So I'm still in October trying to catch up. There is some space here, there, but I do have quite some successes with filled pages or started pages, ideas on what I want to put there. This one is filled. I haven't done anything in here. I did the week before I left for Las Vegas. I did this. So I am trying to work as I go. And then here, no, that was the week that before I left. So, oopsie. This was quite a bit. I think I shared some, the disco poodles with you. And then I want to do this. And then here is how I saved that. And then this is this week. Yeah. And I did more. I always think this is a hair, but I want to talk about this. This is the label of Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. I guess they were from Colorado. I really enjoy doing these more filled out pages again. Well, they're always filled. I guess that's nothing new. Well, this is more empty, I feel. Tell me in the comments down below if I'm just having a brain fart. Yeah, I think this is less I don't know if this is different than this, but it feels like it. So I want to journal here. And then this is the last week that I'm using here in this journal. And then I'm moving into the new one. I do want to catch up in here. So here is this. I stuck this in here. Probably talked about that before in the last week's video. But here are, I started putting down what I received from these people. Maybe especially when they send more than just like a letter. Maybe that's what I'll do moving forward. This is going to be my Happy Mail tracker. And I just put around all the stuff that I removed from the envelopes. It's going around in a collage, but I do want, and the reason why I opened this is because I wanted to stick this in here. And I also had an idea on how to set up my ink journal. So I have been doing a lot of behind the scenes, basically processing, thinking on paper instead of in front of the camera. It's good for a change. And so I printed the months printable from Brandy Kincaid's. I don't think it was a extravagant hope mail, but it was her Pigeon Post newsletter. So if you subscribe to her newsletter, there's usually one printable included. If you like her art, that's a really good way without spending money, which you still should support her financially because she's an amazing artist. But if for some reason that's not sustainable for you at the moment, that is definitely a good way to see if her art actually even works for you. Yes, so I did start already in next week, and I'm very excited and looking forward to journaling in here. Oh, did I talk about that? I put this on the back here. Yeah, I'm slowly moving into all the things, and I'm very excited about that. So I hope to see you soon. I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here today. I had a fun time. The only problem is that this area here that is open space for you to look at is too small for me to work. So I need to clear off all of that. And yeah, make space so I can think and work. But I want to make a really cool photo for the title. So, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. I had a lot to share, and I had a lot of fun chatting with you all. I really like that green. It's not appealing at all. How can I make this more appealing? Maybe if we take this out from underneath. Oh, you know what? I had the idea to do these labels when I accidentally kind of like made this mess. I was like, oh, I could make this a light green background. And then, yeah. So I'm usually putting one mixed media paper over here. Oh. Also, I have a question for you. Maybe you have insight that I am trying to figure out. I like this. You know what I like? I like that this is green, that this is hydrangea. There's the color as well. This is green. This is a thing. So I have one more question for you guys. I would like to make a sticker from one of these. Now, many of these things are stuff. Wow, very precise. But this you can actually see. I cut this out of the Flow magazine. And so I know that because if you alter the image enough, you can use it for your own stuff. But I don't know how much altering needs to be done. So I was going to think about like which one. I really love this one, but I feel like I can't really use this because I just cut around the whole thing. So no. Okay, this is out. This is a commercial thing. This is out. This is from the Hobonichi catalog, so I believe this is out as well. This one could be one that I could use, because this is an old book, like so old. So this I could possibly use. I would love to make a sticker from this one, but again, I have these two images on there, so that's not going to happen. This one, I don't really want to make one from here. So I have these 5 are out. This might be in. These are purchased items for scrapbooking, so this is out. This says flow on the thing, so this is out. So this and this one would be the ones that I could, because this I know is open domain or whatever the thing is called. And everything else is so small or so not recognizable, whatever, that I could use this. I feel like I should do this one, but I'm not sure. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And if it's not going to happen, if you're someone who knows what they're talking about, and you would recommend I don't do this, next time when I make collages, I put my own art on there. Because this is too dangerous in, like, you know, chit. I'd love to know your thoughts, or your love to take some of your knowledge and gain new insights. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again next Sunday. Until then, bye.